Ever wonder what really makes a modern fintech giant, tick? How they go from just an idea to a massive multi-billion-dollar platform with millions and millions of users? Well, today, we're going to find out. We're dissecting one of the biggest names in the game, eToro. Take a look at this logo. What you're seeing here isn't just a brand. It represents a question asked by 40 million users. That's not just a company, that's a global phenomenon. And it all kicked off with one simple but incredibly powerful question that completely changed how a generation thinks about investing.
I mean, think about it. What if investing was less like, well, spreadsheets, and more like your favorite social media feed? What if you could see what real investors were doing, share ideas, and maybe even just automatically copy the moves of the most successful traders out there? That one question, that's the foundation of the entire eToro fintech empire.
All right, so here's the game plan for how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll dig into that core idea. Then, we'll look at the engine that actually makes it all work. After that, we'll unpack how they make their money, check out the staggering numbers behind the scenes, and finally, we'll look at where all of this is headed. Okay, let's dive right in. Section 1. Investing meets social media. This is it, the big idea that kicked the whole thing off. Since day one, way back in 2007, eToro's been absolutely laser-focused on this mission. See, the goal wasn't just to build yet another brokerage firm. No, the idea was to build a community, a place where investing is a shared, social thing, stripping away all the jargon and the mystery that usually keeps people away from financial markets. And you can really see this play out over their history. It started with that social mission in 2007. Then you see these huge moves, like in 2022 when they launched zero-commission stock investing in the US to just blow the doors open for more people. And looking ahead to 2025, they've announced plans to open up their entire platform with APIs for developers, which is a massive, massive shift in strategy. So that's the big idea, the mission. But how does it actually work in practice? That brings us right to Section 2, the social investing engine. Let's look at the tech that powers this whole thing. At the very heart of the platform is their killer feature. It's called Copy Trader. And this is social investing in its purest form. It's not about getting a few tips here and there. Nope. It's about literally linking a piece of your portfolio to another investor's and having it mirror their trades automatically in real time. It's an incredible way to learn and get in the game without needing to be a full-time market analyst. And the process? It is brilliantly simple. Seriously, you just find an investor you like the look of, you decide how much money you want to allocate, and then you just click copy. That's it. From that point on, your funds automatically follow their every move. Okay, but what if you're looking for something a bit more hands-off? That's where smart portfolios come into play. Just think of these like curated investment baskets, all built around a specific theme, like, say, renewable energy or a big market trend. It's a way to get diversified without having to pick and choose every single stock yourself. And this is where the tech gets really cool. A lot of these smart portfolios, they're not just put together by a team of people. They're actually powered by some seriously sophisticated AI and data models that are constantly hunting for market opportunities and managing risk. So eToro is literally using artificial intelligence to build and rebalance these portfolios for their users. Okay, so the products are cool, the tech is impressive, but how do they keep the lights on? How do they make money? That moves us nicely into Section 3, from trading to payments. Let's unpack the business model. This table here breaks it down pretty clearly. Now, they're famous for offering zero commission on US stocks, which is great for getting people in the door. But they make money in other ways. They'll take a 1% commission on crypto trades, and they have pretty standard fees for things like withdrawals or if an account goes inactive. It's kind of a classic FinTech playbook, right? Make the main thing cheap or free and monetize around the edges.
But here's the thing. Trading fees are just one piece of the puzzle. The real game changer, their big strategic move, is expanding way beyond just investing and into payment systems. They're building a whole digital-only bank, a neobank, called eToro Money.
And just look at what they're building out. We're talking local currency accounts, a Visa debit card. In the UK and EU, they even have stock-back rewards, so your everyday coffee run can turn into a tiny investment. With over $1 billion in transfers in a single month, they are building this powerful spend and invest loop designed to keep you inside their world for everything.
All of this expansion has led to some absolutely jaw-dropping numbers. So let's get into Section 4, a FinTech by the numbers. You got to see the scale of this operation.
Okay, so we said it at the top.
but it's worth repeating. 40 million registered users. Just let that sink in for a second. And that's not just in one place. It's spread across 75 different countries, a truly global footprint.
And those users, they've put a lot of trust in the platform. As of late 2025, we're talking about $20.8 billion in assets under administration. Just wow. But for me, this is the number that really tells the story of engagement. Out of those 40 million registered users, 3.73 million of them are active funded accounts. These are people who didn't just sign up, they've put their own money in and are actually using the platform. That is one sticky user base.
So, with that kind of scale, what's next? Where does a company like this even go from here? That takes us to our final section, the future as a platform. And this is all about the tech that's going to shape what finance looks like tomorrow.
And the future? Well, it's all about a huge strategic shift. EToro is going from being just a single app to becoming a wide-open platform. And they're doing this by releasing what are called public APIs, which are basically toolkits that let outside developers build their own stuff right on top of eToro's foundation. So what does this actually unlock? I mean, what can you do with this stuff? We're talking about programmatic access to live market data, building your own automated trading bots, creating custom order types. You could even pull their social tools into your own apps. They're trying to kickstart a whole builder ecosystem where the community itself creates the next generation of financial tools.
And this all leads us to one final, really big thought. As these incredibly powerful FinTech platforms start opening themselves up, it really makes you ask the question, is the future of finance going to be built by just a handful of big companies? Or is it going to be built by a global community of developers and users, just like you?